Say hi. Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Before I get started with this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for all my supporters on my previous videos. Today my video will be about tips and tricks on how to travel with a toddler. My toddler is 15 months. This was our first plane ride, and I figured why not give out a little bit of tips and tricks that I found helpful for me while traveling with my toddler. This was an international flight, so there was different things that were included that would be different from a domestic flight, but I still have some tips on domestic flights as well because we'll be going to Jamaica and back, so I'll have tips for both. Let's get into this video. So the first tip will be the car seat being checked in for free. A lot of people travel without their car seat, not knowing that you don't have to pay extra for your car seat. You actually check it in as if it's your luggage. So you get two luggages. You can have either a carry-on or a suitcase, as long as it's not more than 62 inches long or wide. You can check it in. I suggest getting a plastic bag. A lot of airports have like the big plastic bags. You can put this car seat inside of it. If anybody's worried about it getting dirty or anything of that nature. Sometimes they don't have a big plastic bag and you can purchase a big canvas bag, but I mean, depends on if you want to spend that extra money. So everyone knows it's hard to keep a toddler entertained. I myself know that for sure because my son has to be going 24/7. If he's not constantly stimulated, it'll be a problem. What I did was I have an iPad with service on it, so then when we came here, I know that I'd be able to connect it. But and it's a long process through boarding, TSA, and such. So I downloaded games on the iPad. I also had a book that when he squeezes it, it makes like a little bit of sounds. He likes to rip paper and things like that. You could try a teething toy. You could try a book, something that rattles. Also, stickers is a good way to entertain them during the flight while you're boarding and such. One thing that I found as a big plus was my fanny pack. Traveling with children, it's really hard to keep up with important things like your license, your phone, a card, ID, even in this instance, passport. It's hard to keep up with it when you have children. You take it out and you forget to put it back in. So what I did was I packed a fanny pack, I put my ID, I put my passport, I put some Lysol wipes, and I actually have it right here. I got this on Amazon for $8. It's pretty spacious. It has like one little pocket at the front where I could put the hand sanitizer. So I had like Lysol wipes. He's also teething, so I could fit the teething tablets in there. I had this little hand sanitizer I got as a graduation gift as well, along with my ID, my cards. I also was able to fit a little pack of rubber bands to keep my hair out the way because it was really hard to walk around with my hair in my face or down my back. So that was a plus also. And like I said prior, this was me and my 15-month-old's first flight together. So I wasn't sure. He doesn't have a strict sleeping schedule, but I do know when he's tired. I would suggest making them sleep before the flight so that while you're going through the airport, driving to the airport, because we did have to drive an hour to Orlando, so he was sleeping that whole time. When we were boarding and going through the airport through TSA, he was sleeping. And then when we finally got on the plane, he was up. So I suggest trying to keep them up before you get on the flight. That way they're sleeping when you get on the actual flight, because my son was up. He wanted to be held, he wanted to get up, he wanted to walk through the aisle. So that's a big one there. Try to keep them asleep before you get on the plane because you don't want to disrupt some people that's on the plane. Some people care, some people don't, but I just think it's common courtesy. People are sleeping on the plane. Some people have had a long day, so let's try to get them asleep before you actually get on the plane so that they're sleeping the whole time and not disturbing anyone, and you might need rest yourself as well. Also, 2 years old and under, they do ride free, so you are able to put your toddler in your lap. But if you rather not, you do have to pay for an extra seat if you do want your child to have a seat to themselves. So like I said, if you're 2 years old and under, you're able to ride free, but they have to be in your lap. It's called a lap child. If you do decide that you want them to have their own seat, it will be the same price as a regular seat, and you do have to purchase it for your toddler to sit in. Something that I did not know, family groups get to board first after group A, which is first class. So they lined up handicap and family groups so that you're able to get on. Like I said, it really does depend on your child, because some people like to board the plane first so they're not walking down with the backpack and hitting people getting past and dealing with the child and putting your carry-on inside of the carry-on cubby. But other people want to get on last so the child's not crying, you know, the less time that they're actually on the plane. So that part I won't opinionate too much, because it really does depend on the child, how they sleep, and if they're irritable, if you want to board the plane before everyone gets on or after most people are already on the plane. When you're boarding the plane, it's hard to walk through an airport for 20 minutes, 30, probably an hour. It depends on what airport you are at. It's hard to travel with a toddler. What I think was really nice, I was able to walk through the airport with the stroller. Everyone's able to walk through the airport with the stroller. And when you're getting on the plane, the tunnel that connects the airport to the plane, right there at the end, there's someone standing there, and you're able to fold up the stroller, check it in at the gate before you get onto this tunnel. You go to the end of the tunnel and you check the stroller on. So when you get off of your flight, it actually will be there when you get off the plane. So that's a plus, because it's really hard to travel with a child in your hand. You have all these important documents with you, luggage and so forth, and sometimes people have more than one child. So that was a plus. I think that was really nice. You can also bag up the stroller the same way you bag up the car seat. If you're worried about germs, contamination, or your stroller getting damaged, you can also purchase a bag that can go around it as well. When going through TSA, there's different things that will make the monitor go off. So belts, medals, you know, if your phone's in your pocket. I would advise parents to wear a sweatsuit. Sweatsuits only have cloth through the waist. You may have the zipper, but you take the jacket off, of course. So you'd have a tank top on, you'd have the sweatpants on, socks you do not have to take off, but shoes you do. So I would try wearing some sports slides or some Crocs. This would minimize taking off your clothes and doing anything extra to make you tired before you even get on the flight, because God knows what happens after you get off the flight, the walking, or if it's a connect flight. So try to wear a sweatsuit or something that's easy to take on and off if you do decide to dress warmer if it's a colder climate. And also, children 12 years old and under do not have to take anything off when they're going through. So your child may get tired throughout the flight. They may get tired throughout the process of going through the airport. What you can do is pack a quart-sized bag. I do not have an example, but I can insert a video of a little baggie that I made for my kids. You could put like fruit snacks, chips, crackers, no liquids. You can put like a little applesauce pouches, something that's easy for them to snack on throughout the flight. You can pack this in a quart-sized bag. Therefore, you're not digging through your bags to find exactly the snacks that are for your child to consume while you're on the plane. They do provide complimentary drinks like water, Sprite, Pepsi, peanuts and sometimes a little trail mix. Another tip that is something that I figured out while on the plane: change their diaper before you board. My son, he pees a lot. By the time we got on the plane, and like I said, he slept the whole time. So by the time we got on the plane, his diaper was soaked. And it was a lot to change the diaper in the seat because I didn't want to get up and go all the way to the bathroom, change him in the bathroom, go all the way back to my seat, and walk past the person that was next to me. So I advise checking their diaper before, like 15 to 20 minutes before boarding. That way they're clean and they're fresh. And when it's time to get on the plane, it'll be no problem for them to actually take a nap. Yeah. You want them to be comfortable because the more comfortable your child is, the easier it is to get them to go to sleep. In this case, if you do forget, when booking your ticket, I would advise getting a window seat for mothers who are still breastfeeding so that, you know, you have your own personal space. And if you have a toddler that's irritable, try booking a seat that's in the aisle, so if you do have to get up and walk up and down the aisle, or if you do get up and have to go to the bathroom, you're not walking past someone to disturb them. Because like I said, you don't know where people are coming from. They may be on a business trip or having a bad day. It's just common courtesy to try to minimize disturbing people on the plane while they're on the trip. So when you're going through TSA, there are no liquids above 3.5 fluid ounces allowed. So what I would advise is getting a spill-proof cup. And when you pass through TSA, there'll be water bottles there as well. You can use, you know, restaurants have the little tap water button at the soda machine. They do have an option to click the tap water button and it can pour out cold water if some people didn't know that. So that's a way to get some water into your child's cup if you're still doing formula, and you can mix it up. Some people do it warm, some people do it cold. You can also get half and half mixed hot water. A lot of times the airports have Starbucks while you're waiting on your flight, so you can mix some cool water and some warm water and make a warm bottle for your child, because you're not able to go through TSA with anything over 3.5 ounces. They will make you throw it out if it's more than the required amount of liquid that's inside the bottle. Thank you so much, like I said previously, for my subscribers and everyone that's watching my videos and supporting me. I'll go ahead and create more videos. If you guys have anything that you would like me to make a video about, just let me know in the comments and I'll be more than happy to make that video.